respond, you were going to get beat. This is a nice throw by Jake Garcia. Put it right there.
Morris to make good decisions. Play action. Morris has 3 men going deep. He's chased, eludes a man. Has a man short, wants to go deep. Wide open. Unbelievable touchdown,
Safety 7-2. Later in the second, Kaya finds Stacy Coley over the middle. No one can catch him.
In his face and gets it out on time. Harley's able to keep his balance, and then it's just a foot race to the end zone. What a play.
Will throw. Looking for Knighton out of the backfield. He's got it, and he's gone.
Unfortunately, Canes fans, execution wasn't just an issue on offense. We moved forward to the defense side of the ball. This seems like it's just a simple cover 3. DJ Ivy deep third. You have Cam lined up on this hash because they have trips over here to the near side. So that's the strong side. You're expecting it. He has deep middle. And you should have Reek here with this deep third back here. You even have pre-snap communication here between Couch and Reek. He's telling him he's coming. But for some reason, he's held up. And then it just allows him to get right past him when he has that deep third. Appreciate the effort running down there. But not able to get him there, but get him down. But you just can't have those type of mental breaks. You have somebody, pre-snap communicating to you. That's your zone. That's a blown coverage. We can't have that. This is, again, we have a zone, cover 3 to this side, man on the back side. So you have Cam deep middle. You'll see Ivy go. You have that hook to flat here. Curl to flat here from TC. So he bites on this little, flat route here. And then Cam sees this, deep out and is able to make a great jump on this football and get this pick. This was a huge play for us to get this ball back for us. We didn't make the most of it, but it's great to see Cam be aggressive and cut underneath to make this throw. On this throw to make this interception. However, they do see Cam's aggressiveness and they do come back later to take that away. To make us pay for that. So Corey Couch was out the game. DP's already outside for Tyreek, who had left at halftime. So basically, we're down to a freshman corner. You see where he's playing? He's playing outside leverage. He's a yard, outside. You have Cam going deep here. He's supposed to be his inside help. So you have Jaden Harris, expecting help inside. And you have Cam breaking on this dig right across the middle when you really didn't need to. You have James here. You have another linebacker here. He steps up. And then here comes over the top. And that's not a play that you're used to seeing Cam Kitchens, make. But I do think, he was just a tad bit aggressive. It's hunting. But you could tell by, Jaden Harris's technique that he was playing outside. And he was surprised by Cam, going inside, stepping up and then not having his inside help. So it's just, look at that alignment here. He's definitely playing outside technique. You got to make sure you don't leave the little bruhs out there to rot on that island, dog. So they're spreading the ball. They're spreading you out so they can run the ball. Great idea. So you can get the light numbers in the box. But they're zone blocking right, so everybody's just stepping to the right. LT wins this one-on-one matchup with this right guard. Look, this swing gets underneath him. You have to find a way to make this tackle in the backfield, set the tone. We have, our DN makes the inside move, so there's really no containment. So we give up the outside and make this, a fourth and manageable enough for a team trying to create an upset to go for it. And they do. They try to get all cute with it. Quarterback making fake audibles, direct snap to the running back. LT again has him in the backfield. This time he's able to spin and crawl through for a first down. This hurts because, the OC is going to get bashed, but this was there. This is a touchdown. This is how you draw up an explosive touchdown play. We've seen it with X, with the pivot and go, and now we're going to see it with Keyshawn here, but, unfortunately we're not able to get this ball over. They bring the nickel over here. It doesn't matter. They're blitzing. We know what's up. The offensive line actually does a good job of picking this up, but TVD just rushes. He runs up, I don't really think he needed to do so. He could have, kept this going and then stepped up into the pocket because we're going to beat this cornerback on a double move, this pivot up and out, pivot out and up. He's literally going to break on it. So there's nobody here in the pocket. Step up in the pocket. You know, why we run into, you know, the scramble. There's nobody here. You're running to the pressure. Step up into the pocket and put some air on this football and let Keyshawn Smith run under it for a touchdown. Because this is man here. He's going inside. This is a post. Should have been probably posted a little earlier. Since you're calling this a shot play, maybe you should post this sooner just to make sure this guy is nowhere near. I still don't think he would have got there. But step up into the pocket here. Like, don't take off running. I understand this is what happens. Southern Miss, they were getting there with 4. They sacked him like 5 times with rushing 4. He's been under harassed all day today. You still have to, you know, step and man this pocket because this is a touchdown for you. And this is probably the big play that you need. Just being Tyler Van Dyke, being the gunslinger that he is. And then the step back that obviously is taking place right now in this newer offense. You have to take this. You have to take this shot with confidence. Let it rip to be the TVD that we know and love. Have to have that one. They bring 6 here again. We're gonna lose. We're gonna get some pressure for number 7, who's been balling. But you know, Jaleel Skinner was able to block him 1-on-1. So we need better from this, Justice. But at the same time, TVD, you have to get this ball out. Brashard Smith is letting him know that he's blitzing off the, you know, from the nickel spot. They've been doing it all game. Check what this does, right? So you're going to be doing a little crisscross here. You have Brashard doing an outside release going in, and then Keyshawn going in. TVD family, you looking right at it. This hesitation, so much thinking with the offense. This ball needs to be out now. Hit Keyshawn Smith in stride right now. This ball should have already been on its way. He should have been looking this in. And then he goes to pump it, hesitates, and then eats the sack. Obviously, we need a better job there from our right guard. But at the same time, you have to let that football go. This is a big play right here. As soon as this guy crashed in on Brashard going outside, this had to be out. This ball had to be out. This is an explosive play. You get Keyshawn Smith running full speed across the middle. There's only one person left over there. If he can make a miss, it can go the distance. Or at least it's a huge play. It's 3rd and 13. You couldn't ask for a better window than this. I mean, this is a 15-yard window here. This ball has to be thrown accurately and on time. And instead, it's a hesitation, turns into a sack. This is a 3rd and 3. This is a beautiful play call. This is a beautiful play design. You know, I get it. Everything falls on the offensive coordinator because if a quarterback's not making the read, the quarterback's hesitating, the quarterback's not making a throw, a receiver's not making the catch, your receiver's coach and OC, everything technically falls on the offensive coordinator. But we're leaving so much meat on the bone right now, and it's too much, dog. It's too much. This one's rough. You know, this is on our freshman corner, Jaden Harris. He's here in the slot. TC was hurt, so he just stepped in. I do think, with this leverage he's playing totally outside leverage. He's expecting Cam. You have DP playing deep third here, Cam to be deep middle, and then Blades is over the top of Ivy. I'm pretty sure he was expecting inside help because he gives up the inside the whole way, but Cam ends up breaking on this dig. Remember that interception he got earlier, being super aggressive, seeing it. I think he breaks on this when he doesn't need to because James Williams and Corey Flagg are both dropping underneath here. So Flagg would have been in that window. James is in the relative area. But you got to be as deep as the deepest man when you're a safety. And then, you have your freshman corner out there playing outside leverage, expecting some inside help. You got to be able to answer that call. He's just by alignment. Look at him. Nobody screaming, telling him to, get inside. So maybe this really just is what it is. He's supposed to have this help here. And that's just tough to swallow, man. I know Cam's not really an upperclassman, but I consider him one. Just based by his IQ and things like that. I do think they got him there, and he was supposed to, help Harris on the inside. So, Jake Garcia is in the game now. So we show some tendencies. They're bringing a blitz. They're not even covering Mallory. They don't have a man on him. This corner's on Mello. So this is 3rd and 1. So instead of snapping the ball and just running up into the teeth of this defense like we were doing the whole time, we go ahead and get a quick pass like we were trying to do with, TVD, just, trying to get him going, quick pass to the tight end. little fake, quick pass, get him out on the run, let him make a play for you. I really do think this was a great way to get Jake Garcia started. Just a little quick pop pass. Obviously, you want to get him into a rhythm. The last quarterback we're taking him out, TVD, who is extremely talented. I was about to say stupidly talented. Obviously, he's not in a rhythm. So the worst thing you could have is throwing another stupid talented quarterback and then not have him in the rhythm, because then that means something else is wrong. So they've been begging us and daring us to throw all day. Gaddis just got him a quick completion to Garcia, and now he's going for all the marbles. We're going to go ahead and, again, 3-man route. We're going to leave some guys in protection. They're going to, of course, bring 2 people to blitz with their D-line. They're bringing 6 consistently. But the thing is, we pick it up good. And then there's some pressure late off the, coming around the end. But Jake stands tall. He does his pump fake on the slant, puts air on it, lets Keyshawn Smith run underneath it, drops right over to the right over the shoulder. This is a beautiful ball. Could have definitely been a touchdown. Hit it. My dog couldn't get in. But this is lovely. This is just standing in there, make a throw. Don't escape the pocket too early or try to run out of it. Stand tall. There's the shot play called. Go ahead and put it up in the air. And then we go ahead and jump into the end zone with a big time Thad Franklin run, bouncing off a couple of tackles. So this drive sparked a lot of life with Jake Garcia. Obviously, he still ended 10 for 19 and, some questionable plays. So definitely wasn't the most consistent, but it definitely brought life to us. And you can't deny that. We have to really start thinking about, some integral things of the offense. If you're having super accurate quarterbacks like TVD, who's been off for these last couple games, can't lie, and then one like Jake, completing almost, sub-level 50%, 10 to 19. Maybe we have to get back to the drawing board and how to, remain efficient. I hate these. This should be illegal. They did this like twice, but just look at this whole O-line. They're literally gonna cut everybody. Like, bruh, that's so dangerous. Just literally everybody's cut, and they just keep their right tackle to going. They're not able to get LT to the ground, so he's able to finish through. Good effort here by Goudet. Stays on his feet, but LT and the Goudet miss. Flag comes around. As you see him coming around. Reads it. Is able to go ahead and track this down for a sack, but dog, this is I hate this, bro. I hate how you're just able to just aim at people's legs like that, bro. Good job by Corey Flagg to wrap this up. Got to get him down sooner than that, though. So we're wide alignment. We're leaving the middle open. There's no zero tech or anything. This quarterback, this great coverage. There's nobody really open for him. He could have hit this underneath, but by the time this guy's breaking out of his routes, he's already trying to escape because you have some pressure coming in off the edge from Harvey. You got Kelly, who's going to disengage and close that gap inside. So he sees that. He tries to make a move, and then he also has Mesidor coming in. So he makes a cutback, and then he goes right into Harvey. So that's another sack for Harvey. He was in the backfield a lot through the day, played high motor. But this is, Nigel Lee Kelly closing this lane that he tried to go through. Mesidor also disengaging. This was definitely going to be a sack no matter what. He tries to think he's Lamar. He gets out right into Harvey. I mean, you don't think execution is a big reason, the team is failing? Then this is the epitome of it. This is the play for you. We're doing a clear jet sweep. We have a running back who goes up for the fake. This is definitely a clear jet sweep. Look at just by Michael Redding's reaction. He's expecting Melo to come around behind him. This is, that's just sad. Obviously, we go backwards 7 yards, and then we get tossed after someone just pulls his arm down. Thankfully, he's okay. Didn't hit his head down hard, but this is just, you don't think execution is the issue, then you have to watch this play till you're sick of it, because it don't get no worse than that. We're just not clicking in the offense. Not that the offense doesn't have something open. Not that the offense can't work. but it's just not working right now. So it's back to the drawing board. Love how, Gaddis has done some stuff that TVD did well last year, incorporated into it. Shows that he's at least willing to do so. But we're gonna have to grind. We're gonna figure something out. So Keyshawn's letting Jake know this corner's coming off, short end blitz. He's coming from the near side. He's coming. We have trips here. Stacked bunch with 11 personnel because our Royals are right here. We got Latson and Brashard, or that's Redding and Brashard, excuse me. But alertly so, with Keyshawn letting them know here. You have Thad who steps right in. You have Jalen Rivers who comes and traps blocks the DN. And now you have the blitzer with Thad in his way. This is better pass protection. Jake stands in the pocket, makes a big time throw to Keyshawn Smith, who makes a bigger time catch. This is a inside release. Get that corner out going. We've been hitting this corner throughout the day. This is high pointing it, getting the football. However, I just have to wonder, what's the mishap with the stuff across the middle, because this is wide open for Brashard Smith. You have this linebacker here, but you could throw it at that angle going towards him, and I don't think that he would have been able to make a play on this. This is wide open speedster in space that we recruited him to make big plays. Love that Keyshawn Smith went up and made that play. Got this foot down. I was definitely hype, but I just don't know what our quarterbacks aren't seeing, or when they don't have the time to, because this is it right here. But way to make a play from Keyshawn. So we're in 12 personnel again, but we spread them out. We got a Royo here with a stack formation, and then you got another receiver here on the hash. This is a fake in block. We've been leaving Mallory to block all day because they just been blitzing, bringing pressure. So he does that little fake step inside like he's going to block. This hard run fake has these linebackers step up. This is too high safety, so you always want to split in between them. And this is just a good ball. You have to be able to maintain possession of this catch. This is good offense. This is a little bit of an innovative fake block release. He's done this at Michigan. It worked. We done it in the spring game. It worked. He's doing it right now. It worked. However, you have to just hang on to that football here. It's all about execution. So this is another thing I'm bringing up, but these long developing routes that TVD is sitting there all day and there's no pass protection. So of course, changing the quarterback's not going to change that. Jake's facing those same issues. So we're going to have 12 personnel. We're going to leave Arroyo in the backfield and our running back here, and have Mallory go on a route. That's another 3 people route, so it's max protect. But look at the route choice. We have 2 huge crossers going across, trying to make a rub at the goal line. 20 yards downfield, then 10 yards, 15 yards inside. You're trying to make this rub happen, but how much time do you think you have? Like, honestly, my guy, like, look at the tone of the game. Like, how much time do you really think you're going to have? Look how long Jake has to hold this football, right? So Mallory has somebody right here, so he doesn't want to throw it. He's waiting on these 2 routes. He's waiting an eternity, bro. Look how long he has to wait just for this route to get passed on a double coverage and this route to be all covered. Then just throws it away. Like, where do you really want him to throw that ball? Like, you're max protecting, so, but you can't wait that long. Eventually he's just gonna crush down. Like, obviously he had enough time to throw it away, but the pressure is coming late, and this is such a long developing concept. Like, I just can't believe it, dog. Like, he just took a hit because he's trying to see something, come open, but it's just like, yeah, come on. We need some hot checks. We need some hot reads, so our quarterbacks that aren't just sitting ducks while we're sitting there waiting for some of our receivers to get downfield. It's just, we have to adjust that, dog. We do. This is just to signal that just the different philosophies of just night and day we are from last year. I mean, we got 12 personnel, so we're bunched in tight. We got, again, everybody and their mama in the box. So we're going to motion our wide receiver, Michael Redding, in. That's going to add another defender in the box. So you're just adding the numbers 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. I mean, sheesh, there's 11 of them out there. There's only one person out here. You got 10 in the box. And I understand the probability of this guy affecting the play on the half-yard line, is very low. So I get why they're doing it. Like, legit, I get it. But it's just different philosophies from last 2 years to this year. So you just really have to put that in perspective of what the players are going through, because it went from totally, let's put these people out in space. We're going to help you as much as possible, as being like, nah, you got to be big dogs, because they want him to help on that DN and stuff. But eventually it doesn't even matter because they stonewall us, and that's just sad from our offensive line that we couldn't get no push really when we needed to, even after being able to run the ball on Texas A&M. Just wanted to point that out, that we're adding numbers to the box and and running to it. So that's definitely a different philosophy. So we motion in tight. We're going to go ahead and get Redding out inside. See here with Latson, we have our 2 tight ends here. Again, we're trying to throw the ball to the right, and guess where the free rushers are coming from? The right side. It's killing us. We're expecting us to eat on these throws, and it's just not going to happen. It's just not possible. You have a free DN and then a free linebacker without a running back to be in pass pro, because you have the fake, right? It's 4th and goal. You want to threaten running the ball. This one safety is able to cover both of our players, because this guy's unblocked. Jake can't fit it over to Arroyo. So he's just going to leave Arroyo and go to Mallory, because there's no way Jake Garcia can get him that football. And then he breaks it up. So this is definitely a free edge rusher in our quarterback's face every time they're trying to get rid of the ball quick. I mean, you'll see it right here. This guy's covering 2 people. He's covering Arroyo and he's covering Mallory. But Jake Garcia has no way to throw that to the back pylon for Arroyo. So this guy has to come off him. Makes a great play. It has his eyes. He's reading. But look. Soon as Jake Garcia has to go ahead and make this throw, it's off. It's a little behind. It's high. It's all because 97 is just jumping in his face, and it allows number 1 to go ahead and play both plays. So you're going to tell him, on the offensive review, hey, we got to figure out a way to maybe not send the back, on that fake. We have to do something, because we just literally let one person cover 2 people, all because of this instant pressure. I mean, I don't know what to say about this one, dog. This is just rough, dog. You got 3 DBs sitting here at the second level with James, TC, and Avante. I know you got 2 tight ends in here, so they're here. But we bring James. We're bringing 5. We have, we have 2 athletes right here in Avante and Corey Couch, and even a third with Keontra. And we get no pressure. This is just a complete stonewall. This guy's literally having a picnic. I mean, this guy literally could have, his baby moms could have gave birth or something in this whole time frame. Could have played a whole game of Monopoly by the time he got free. And this is just a great route by this receiver, right? You got DJ Ivy. He's playing a little bit to his outside. He has inside help. Guess what you do when somebody's playing outside? You attack that leverage. Great outside speed release here. He's getting Ivy going. He turned him way too early because of that explosion. Made Ivy turn his hips way too early, so that he cuts back inside. And now this is just a free throw for the quarterback, because he's just sitting there with no pressure. And then now we're getting bombed. Cam Kitchens is sitting there, supposed to be as deep as the deepest man. You're watching everything in front of you. Undisciplined eyes, especially for somebody like Cam, who's probably our most consistent player on defense. But we just get burnt, my guy. Like, I can't. This dude got 2 catches for 162 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like, he bombed Reek on that one. Now he's bombing Ivy. You just have to get back there, bro. Like, this is insane, dog. We just getting bombed out here. Credit to the kickoff return unit. They're definitely been the best unit so far on special teams. So kudos to them, especially for the blocking, and then also Keyshawn Smith for just being the athlete he is and taking him to the house. He should have had one earlier. They robbed him, so he stepped out of bounds. So this is his first kick return for a touchdown in college. This is the first kick return for a touchdown I can remember in a long time from Miami. I might even say like Cornelder's miracle kick from Duke, but I ain't look it up. I should have. But just good blocking here. This is Arroyo taking this on. You got our number 20, I believe he's the walk-on running back. Around here somewhere. This is Gill helping Seal right here. This is 20 here. That was the block I was looking for. So you're loving to see Arroyo. You're loving to see Gill. You just got everybody got a hat in the hat. Here's Brantley on the outside. Here's Brashard hitting the kicker, opening that last crease for Keyshawn. So this is just everybody executing, and then Keyshawn just being explosive, weaving his way through traffic, and then running through. I just love it here. You love Brashard here because the explosive plays that you saw from Keyshawn the last time, you saw X with a head full of steam making that block. So love to see Brashard giving that same effort and getting up there for it. But Keyshawn, love you at kick return, dog. Keep doing your thing. Darryl Porter had a big hit earlier in the game. They weren't sure because he got injured. And it's just so much plays coming up on me, man. It's way past my bedtime. But you have this quarterback literally looking over there and saying, okay, DP was the second string cornerback, right? And that's true. Now someone's replacing him. Now we're on their third string. So he's looking, he sees the matchup. He looks back and identifies it. This is Malik Curtis. Not bad coverage here. Got hands on. Now he's riding. This is just a perfect throw. A step, half a step. But this is the outside shoulder. They literally, both their quarterback outshined both our quarterbacks, and he was dropping dimes. Like, this dude might hit the transfer portal and, be at Bama next year, how we made this man look. This is just a perfect throw, dog. You can't defend this, really. This is perfect throw, perfect catch. But just, again, smart football from MTSU. Seeing a matchup, this is the third string corner. Attack him. So, of course, the issues that were plaguing TVD are going to plague Jake Garcia. No hot read throws, and everything's developing downfield too late. There's a free rusher, again, off the edge. Again, it's a horrible job by the camera crew. Is issues all day. But we'll see right here. We're trying to get cute. We're going to have Mallory go outside. Redding wrap inside. Same thing other side. But we already have our running back in pass pro picking up this outside linebacker. Here's this extra edge guy coming. There's nobody even looking yet when Jake Garcia has to step up and eat this sack. Like, Michael Redding just turned his head. Keyshawn Smith just turned his head. It's already too late, my guy. There's nothing he could do. He can't throw that football. It's just hard to, anticipate this. Where's he going to throw it to? You haven't gotten your head turned around yet. There's two linebackers sitting in the throwing lane. Like, where's the hot read? We need somebody doing something to make themselves available quick to our quarterbacks, because this is just taking way too long to develop downfield, and we don't have the time. So this is third down, and this is another execution mishap. So we're trying to run the same play we had to Parrish, really outside where he was wide open against Texas A&M, that he dropped it on third down. This time, we're getting Mello inside. We're going to get Latson inside, and we're supposed to have Thad chip to help John Campbell and then release. However, Thad's going to chip John Campbell himself and not let him continue his block. So we chipped our own O-lineman to get pressure on Jake. We actually get a hold there from Campbell. It's just not called. But Thad is trying to chip so he can go out and release. Jake is throwing this off his back foot, thinking somewhere Thad's over there. But he gets all caught up, and then, he gets caught up here and just kind of just gives up on it. And so Jake's thinking there's somebody over there. He looked this way. This is a pick six if he wants it. This guy's right under this DN. He bumps Mallory, and he sits right under it. Jake had to get off of that. This cornerback sitting on this corner route. Michael Redding's not even turned around yet. Now the pressure is coming because John Campbell couldn't get, his depth and his kick slides because, he got hit by Thad. And out that's kind of, kind of giving up on the play, running into Jalen Rivers and all that. He's looking at him like, hey, ain't you supposed to be over there? And same thing with Garcia. So we get the big intentional grounding there. And, dog, it's all about execution, bro. That's all about execution. We go empty here. We got a running back down here at the slot. We got 2 tight ends in their slots. We had a running back outside, 2 tight ends in your slot, your 2 receivers here. This is just bail technique here. They just gave us way too much cushion, and Garcia has a fast release, so he's able to go. They finally don't blitz a lot. They decide to play coverage. It holds back. Late coverage, late pressure gets to Garcia, but he has plenty of time because receivers have to get, 13 to 15 yards downfield. Michael Redding's able to. He gets, proper depth. Jake Garcia throws it with the anticipation, even though this guy's coming. Don't get confused by this yellow line that I almost did. Look at the first down chain. Redding has plenty of room to spare. Also, keep your feet. Try to get more. But first down catch, nice to see, just Jake Garcia, even though they technically just gave you that. They gift wrapped it. Just take what they give you, convert a 4th down. We weren't doing good on 3rd down, so to convert a 4th and 13, even though, we're down 3 scores and they're just not trying to give anything over the top, at least it's still something you could try to move forward with. People are human. They can make mistakes, and we're going to have a lower snap from usual from Ja'Kai to a new quarterback, a shorter quarterback. That was weird. All right, but we back. Shorter quarterback, this ball is just a little shorter, but we're going to bring Brashard in motion, and this low snap is going to negate a touchdown. It's not one thing, it's been the other. There's just no rhythm to this offense, so it's a low snap. Now we have to corral it. This ball, Jake should have had it and already been releasing this ball for a touchdown because we got Redding here on this one. We would have had Latz in here. This ball should have already been in Brashard Smith's hands. Mishap with the snap, maybe not able to corral it as fast once he got it. And then this just goes into the dirt. So it's all about execution here. Even if, at least if Jake's able to get this ball to Brashard, maybe he can make somebody miss. So you have to at least not throw it to the ground. But again, execution, timing, way off, low snap, had to corral it. That ball should have been out already. This is a touchdown, again, drawn up that just hits the turf. So when you really look at it and you see all the touchdowns being drawn up, and we're just not executing. We have to just because these are simple things, simplistic things. Little things are piling up, and literally negating touchdowns, stopping points. All right, Canes fans. So, defense did their job for the first, series or two. They were put in a bad spot, and then obviously it got exploited later. But this is, they're in a 22 set, so it's 2 running backs. They're going to get this, going to get it flowing to the right. They're going to pull both their left guard and left tackle, trying to get that going. Great job here by Mesidor. He's going to attack that left guard, which is going to trip up that tackle. You see that traffic it makes? And then while Mesidor is crashing inside, it's because Keontra's wrapping outside. So great job here by Mesidor blowing that up, and then Keontra going to make this tackle for loss. So, a game where we gave up 500 yards, still good things to see on defense early on before, the onslaught came. So MTSU goes empty here. They got a running back way out here. You can't really see him on the screen. That's why you see flag coming out. So they rotate Reek inside to a corner. Couch is on the number 3 receiver, which is technically one of their tight ends. And we're going to go ahead and bring 5 this time, bringing James in. We're going to get an egregious hold. This should have been a sack. If this guy steps up in the pocket, he's dead. Here's James Williams coming. And then if he steps outside, he's supposed to run into Harvey. However, that happens. This definitely needs to be called. Great man coverage here, though. You see everybody sticking flags on his man. Reek's following his dig. Corey's following that corner. Cam got that out. This is just great coverage. There's nowhere for this guy to throw the football. So they're able to get away with the no call there, and then defense gets off the field. So there's no way to disguise it. I love TBD, but this one just wasn't it. It's a bad pick. He's staring down Mallory. This is an easy concept. It's a branch out. So what this means is your 2 tight ends here are going to be running the branch out. So instead of running like a regular out and getting towards the sideline, they're going to turn around, show their numbers. and then kind of just drift that way so they don't run into those speed outs from the outside receivers who are going to have an outside stem to get some leverage for the outside breaking route. All goes well until you're going into the near side, so there's not as much space for Redding to clear out as Latson has. And then you just continue to look at Mallory this whole time. So this corner, who's supposed to be getting outside and making sure he has the eyes on Redding, is looking straight at TVD, and he's able to see that he's zeroing in right on Mallory. And then he's able to get an early break on the football, and that's a pick. You have to run this to the field side. I don't know why he didn't look this way first. It's just so much more space for this route for this specific route concept. It would have made me look this way because that's where the space were. And then you zoom in on one receiver, you pay for it, man. It's just wasn't TVD's best day, that's for sure. So MTSU is spreading us out here. This is right after the pick. They're going to try to get this little fake. I believe this was a QB take all the way. They got 3 receivers out here. They're spreading us out. They want people going with that run game, which they get. They get the linebacker going. Whatever. They pull this left guard and left tackle so they can get the tight end on the corner and get these guys around. However, Mesidor is going to body number 70 and then disengage and be able to get enough of the quarterback to bring him down. It's a great play there by 90. I think he's shown that he's one of our better players on defense, especially D-line. We go 12 personnel. Got Mallory in line here. They're going to bring Arroyo in motion to bring this corner over, but they're not really worried about that because, he's in the box, but he's going to be down here. However, we get initial pressure at the center. I'm trying to get my energy up, Canes fans, but it's hard, dog. It is hard after this L. So left tackle here, he's going to lose his feet. So it's just going to, get a guy right there for that cutback. Initial right there at the middle is pushed back. There's just nowhere to go. There was nowhere to run the football because just look at how much numbers they're committing. There's nobody deep watching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There is nobody back here. It's not the camera cutting them off. They really like, yo, try us. We don't think y'all could throw the ball. So they pounded it. They're bringing more than you could block at times, but they're also, getting pushed, reestablishing the line of scrimmage, and that was just sad to see throughout the game. The running game, even though everybody's been talking about the offense in general, it's been more concerned with the passing game. We've loved how we've run the football, but it came crashing down to earth against MTSU. So your quarterback struggling. You try to get him up an easy completion, and literally the worst thing that could happens. You have Mallory go up to seam. He's going to get bumped by a couple of linebackers and a safety, which is great. You want him to hold them up as much as possible. This play is going to Arroyo. It's a little quick out into the flat. Try to get one of our playmakers in space, one-on-one with the safety. And then this DN just makes a great play. He wasn't engaged by Scape, so he's playing with no contact and free because he chips Mallory and then comes back over. So he's not engaged with anybody right now. So he's free to just jump up and time this, and he does, and it just miraculously bounce up to him. This was supposed to be an easy throw straight to Arroyo, and then he has 7 yards to make somebody miss and make an explosive play. However, just an awesome play here by this DN, tipping it up to himself and then running it to the crib for a pick 6. It really doesn't get as worse than this. This was a safe call. This was something to get the ball out of your quarterback's hands, get him on a rhythm, and literally the exact opposite of your intentions happens. This was just rough to watch. We go ahead and commit. What I believe is 49, 46, 54. All right, hold up. Had to check the notes. Basically, we run this play later, and it works just fine. This is supposed to be a easy, nice little play. Get Arroyo the ball in space. However, just a freak play by the DN getting his hands up and batting that ball and then catching it and then running for a pick. It felt like one of those, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong type of days. This hurts my soul. It really does. because look at what's in the box here. We're in 12 personnel here, so we have our 2 tight ends here, Mallory and Arroyo, our 5 linemen, and 2 receivers down here. Let's count this up, bro. There's 11 people on each side of the ball. 2, 4, 6, 8. They got 8 in a box, my guy, and we gonna run into this. Look where the safety's at. He is basically saying, bro, y'all boys is cheeks. This defense is like, bro, y'all cheeks. Y'all cannot throw the ball. They're literally, we double dare you to throw the ball. That's what this front is. And then what we're going to do is we're not going to try to test it. We're going to run it right into it. And we got people too much coming. We can't block. So the right guard lets this guy go to pick up the inside linebacker. So DN stunts inside. Outside linebacker goes on the edge. So Scaife picks up the linebacker. Justice picks up the inside linebacker, and the DN just wraps around for this TFL. But that's what happens when you're running into 8-man fronts. I mean, they're literally like daring you to throw this football right now, and we don't have nothing for them. It's just sad to see that, bro. You know, obviously for an offense that's struggling, you're not gonna have big, huge, stat lines to go, hey, this guy had a good game. But, when it comes to Frank Latson, you have to say that, he had a better game than he's had so far in his UM career. Had a couple of good catches as well. Unlocked some of that RPO slant we'll get to later. But this is, 3rd and 11. You got trips to the field side. This is one-on-one, but they're giving him respect. You can't see the corner right now, but there he goes back to the sideline. He's playing deep. He's trying to make sure nothing gets behind him. Safety, so it's emulating the cover 3-ish look. And then TVD on time, strong throw, good catch by Latson. That's what type of stuff you needed in the offense, man. Just get the ball quick. You didn't see enough of it. Quick, decisive throw, clean catch, first down. We boil down to execution. We're going to talk about, executing certain things, holding on to the football, making the right blocks. So we're going to have, this is running back to the side, which is something TVD was used to last year. This is, I think, Gaddis trying to, help him out with a little bit of something more familiarity. We'll point out some more things that I saw from Lashley's playbook that definitely is not Gaddis's. But we're here with Justice, man. You're going out to this outside linebacker who Melo is trying to block. Here, you have to get to this inside linebacker who's just going to come, free and then be the one who forces this fumble. You have to, whatever the miscommunication was, you have to find a way to get up to this linebacker in the middle, inside. Leave this outside backer for the slot. Because this guy's just going to come up there and make the play. And one, you have to hold on to the football. This is part of the game where it was raining. I was out there, it was raining early in the first quarter, and then it stormed on us leaving the stadium. But you have to hold on to the football. You have to execute the blocking scheme. This is the 3rd drive, 3rd turnover. This doesn't help your quarterback here as he's looking at the big screen, handing the ball off, and then seeing that, he's about to have to go sit on the sideline again. It's going to be great instincts here by Kitchens. Trips to the field side. They're going to motion in their number 3. It's man on this side with Reek. And, cover 3 zone to the field side. We have Ivy, deep 3rd. Couch, he's going to be curled flat. And with Kitchens deep middle. You're going to see, this quarterback pump here on this. This is going to get TC to bite. Quarterback tries to regather and hit this. And Cam is able to just undercut this and get to this beautiful interception, showing out his aggressiveness. They're going to get him for being aggressive later. But this is a great play on this out here. DJ Ivy almost stepped up. This could have been a big play if the quarterback reset because Cam went to step down and Ivy almost went to step down as well. So thank God the quarterback already had made his mind up that he wanted to throw a pick because that could have been bad deep. But just, again, great play here by Cam. I love it. Show the instincts. Go get you a pick. It looks like the first pick he went and diving for. So, again, be a ball hawk family. We see you. All right, Canes family. So this is one we're trying to find a rhythm. There's something drawn up here that we should be able to execute. However, the blocking scheme, we don't give enough time for TVD. So we're in a 12 personnel set. We got both our tight ends. Here's Jaleel Skinner. Welcome. Mallory out here. 2 receivers down here. We're going to bring Mallory in motion. He's going to just get across here. But look how much MTSU is bringing. They're bringing the house. They're bringing like 6 to 7 here. There's a trap block here from Rivers here that doesn't make it. So you have 4 D linemen, 2 people coming off a blitz, and then this inside linebacker reading it. This trap block from Rivers doesn't get there, so he's not able to step up into the pocket sooner. So now it's too late because this DN's coming across. So he has no choice but to try to hit Mallory here on this little, flat route. Unfortunately, if he had just a second of time, he would see that Jaleel Skinner is butt naked open over the middle of the field. So whether it's quarterback missing the read, whether it's quarterback not having enough time to make the read, or just missing the throw, like we see in the Texas A&M game, the middle of the field has been open for us. We're just not taking it. So I think this is Gaddis trying to help TVD out. This is something that he did extremely well last year. RPO slants. You've seen this to Rambo all year. You saw this some to Harley. This was a big staple in Lashley's offense. So we're going to get an RPO slant here. So we've been running the ball. Look what it does to these. They're begging us to throw. So they brings both these guys up. Play fake. Huge window. Pull it. Rip it. Good catch by Latson. He made a couple good catches on this on the RPOs, but it was nice to see the RPO slant back because that's just, Coach Gaddis saying, hey, this is something he's good at. Let's get it going, and it worked most of the times he called it. Again, Canes family, they're daring us to throw it. They're not respecting it. Just look at this picture. You can count how much there are. There's 4 D linemen. There's 3 here, and there's safety. He's 8 yards off the line. This guy's 7 yards off. So they're not respecting us. We're in 2 tight end set again, 12. So we're all to the field side at this point. We're gonna miss this block here. So Mammarelli's supposed to, get the inside shoulder of this D end, so then Arroyo can come clean. And they're walling this way, all zone blocking left, so there shouldn't be a gap here. Mammarelli gets too tied up with this DN, and then the outside linebacker just shoots right in. This actually had a chance because it looked like there was going to be a good chance for this running back to get outside this way with it. There's plenty of space. He could have went up this hole. He could have went up here. However, we weren't able to keep our feet together and stay cohesive on that slide. This 35, we had a hell of a game from MTSU. Was able to get in the backfield and get in here, man. So blocking schemes could be cleaned up, things like that, executing wise. Everything is about execution. I don't call for play callers. I don't call for D coordinators until things on the field are being done and it's still not working. When you're leaving so much meat on the bone, you have to fix what's in front of you first. Not surprising that we run the ball well. Whenever we do block well. So we're going to bring Mallory in motion. He's going to be important because he's going to be, sealing the edge here. We're zone blocking left. We're going to leave this DN unblocked. So here comes the trap block from Mallory coming across. Dude shoots inside, so it makes Mallory's job easy. He just comes around, seals him. Now the safety steps up. It's a one-on-one. You're getting dead-legged. So, Henry Parrish is definitely nasty with it. He's been dead-legging people for 4 straight games, gets upfield. This was one of our better runs. Love what we're doing here when we do make the blocks, because this is just a great scheme. This is just, they want to do this, then we're going to put one-on-one running back and safety, and we love that matchup with Henry Parrish due to his elusiveness. So, gotta love the running game when it does come together, and it's been, coming together for the whole part of the year, but just in spurts this game. Finally seen a ball travel in the air into the end zone. We don't get it here, but 12 personnel here. We got Jaleel in here, Skinner, and Arroyo again. This is a foot fire, and then speed release from Latson. He's falling down, so he's not able to go up to contest his catch as much as he would have loved. But I just love that we went ahead and threw this 50-50 ball. I mean, obviously we didn't come down with it. I think this was actually a good ball from TVD. This is a ball that he was throwing to Rambo, and we were going crazy about him catching it. But, it sucks that we weren't able to come down with it. I do like the route here from Michael Redding. He was able to get with that foot fire, and then he hit him with a 1-2 that made this cornerback take a step inside. Maybe would have went that way. But that's just nitpicking. TVD, there's no safety here, so I would have went that matchup either. But I just like the way I saw Redding run that route. But again, no safety over there, so that's definitely the way to go. But man, you got to come down with that. It's a great ball falling down. This is the type of throws that TV was making last year that the receiving core was able to come down with. This is a heartbreaker, and this is a reoccurrence throughout the film review that you're going to see is just a free body coming off the edge while we're trying to throw the ball in that direction. It's just not a good mix, not a good look. So we got Henry Parrish. He's out. We're in the we got our tight end here tight, Redding in tight. We got two receivers here with empty back. So this is basically a rub route from Latson. He's going to get his corner out of there and try to just create traffic for this defender that's man on Parrish. This is literally just a free. We have to, if we know we're throwing the ball here across, this is definitely a first down to a touchdown. This is 3rd and 5. This was a money call by Gaddis. But is this a breakdown in protection? Did we not account for this guy? Like, how are we going to throw a slant and not block the DN here? This is not like a read option. And, we can read him. This is him just running straight for us, and we have to throw the ball literally where his big body is. So I'm really wondering what was the plan here, because this could have been literally a touchdown. He catches his ball. All this space here. By the time this guy gets around, it's at least a first down. He catches this full speed running. He might go up this seam. Again, execution. This is just a plain Jane cover 3 look to me. You have trips here. This is 5 wide, so they're spreading us. This is MTSU. I try to tell people in the cane space, we're going to be playing a dangerous offense. This first true, actual offense that we've played this year. So we have Cam here. He's obviously on the strong side in cover 3, starting on that hash. He has deep middle, deep third. You have Takori Couch talking with Reek here, letting him know he's coming. This dude hits the slot fade, and Reek's just chilling here. This is definitely a coverage bust. You have to get on top of this. Can't just let this guy run straight through. Appreciate the effort, but we missed the tackle. We cannot be getting bombed like this. This is definitely Takori Couch telling him something. So they're communicating. This is the coverage. It looks like deep third, deep middle. What's missing on this side is deep third. You have to go ahead and get that. Even if they're playing man on this backside with Reek, it just wouldn't make sense. So execution. This looks like a blown coverage. To me, it looks like a cover 3. You see in Cam over here getting to this hash because they have trips over here. 2 receiver split here, so it's an empty set. Ivy has this deep third. You see this talk right here between Couch and Reek. You just wonder what's the communication, because it looks like Reek should be in bail technique. He should be getting to this deep third. But maybe he thinks Couch is taking him, and he lets him go right by. We cannot have these type of coverage busts. They were up topping us, bro. They were going up top when they needed this whole game. Literally, they were bombing us. Miscommunication after miscommunication, then beating us one-on-one. D-line not getting the pressure in time. Like, this was insane. You have to clean these up, the miscommunications, and just, it's about execution of a simple play call. And, you're not letting somebody run 50, 60 yards down the field butt naked. I mean, they exposed us. So, again, we're going back to something that TVD did well last year. That's the RPO slant. So you see everybody's just coming up for this run. We're pulling Skinner. We're pulling our right guard, making it look like run. We put in the belly. Even the safety's up. This is just a wide open window here for this slant. TVD just throws a great dart. And then this is a great catch by Latson, man. This is extension, putting his hands out there, snatching that football and bringing it in. Very impressed by this catch from Latson. Very impressed, with what he was able to do within, unfunctioning offense. All right, Kings fans. So we're gonna see TVD go through his progressions here, but he's only able to go through 2. We have some pressure here, and it's one-on-one with our running back and pass protection, and they're able to get through. So his first read here is, you'll see, they're bringing pressure. They're continuing to bring pressure. They show this side. They bring this side. Outside linebacker. So you have your right tackle split, your right guard goes inside. This opens up this huge hole, which is creating a one-on-one with your running back who's not able to win that matchup. So you can see TVD's eyes. He's looking at Mallory going across. It's not there. He goes to look at Redding. He has underneath coverage and over the top on his comeback, so it's not there. But there's that missed block. So he's not able to get back to the middle of the field. He's just going to have to throw this ball away. What's in the middle of the field? What was his very next read? He went left to right, and he was about to go back over to the middle. And here's Romello Brinson wide open. So we continue to have people run wide open across the middle, whether we don't have time, whether we just missed the throw, whether we just dropped the ball, whatever the case may be, is we're allergic to big plays over the middle. This is so much space. There is 0 bodies around number 0. You have to give them enough time to come back to that read. They are playing with no fear. I mean, it's just embarrassing. We're here in 11 personnel. We got 3 receivers with Skinner here at tight end. We're going to have Redding clear out, but look how much space is here. There's so much space, so that this is just easy pitch and catch for this out route to Brashard. We have good protection in here. We keep Skinner inside for pass pro. We keep the running back in, so it's a 3-man route, another max protection. Redding's just going to, this is a simple concept. It's a free throw concept. You have go on the outside, and you have an out no matter how deep you want to make it. And then, of course, with a good pocket from the opposite hash, we're going to get a good NFL level throw from TVD, velocity, on the money. This is just different quarterbacks when we have time to throw. It's not that it's really not that hard. We got to get this pass protection right, and we have to make throws more consistently. But it's a lot better when you start picking up the blitz and you can go ahead and hit this guy with a clear out from Redding. Love to see throws being made on time. But it needs to be more consistent. There's throws within the offense that we're missing that we're going to get to. But this is 3rd and 9. Had to have it. Great execution. So right on the ball after this completion to Brashard, this is what tempo does. You just look at it, there's 29 seconds on the clock here. So we get this snap. We're in 11 personnel. We're tight here. But offensive line is going to do a great job. Rivers is going to pull. You're going to see Justice squeeze that D tackle there. This is our right tackle. Scaife getting up to a linebacker. This is our freshman tight end, one-on-one with the DN that had that big bat and pick 6, who was dominant, beat our right guard a couple times one-on-one. So love to see our freshman tight end winning that matchup. Now here comes Scaife coming around. Just going to bully this man, 35. So this opens up a huge hole. This is what's great about hat on the hat. You got 53 Clark and Campbell sealing this backside. Justice is driving that way. You get Scaife on a linebacker. You got Skinner holding his own one-on-one with the DN that's been making plays. You got Redding who comes up and gets this safety. This is just literally hat on hat. Even though he disengages, is actually the one to trip him up. You got a hat on the hat there. So great to see, even in a struggling game running the ball, that we're able to do it in spurts. But it just has to be more consistent because, it's been consistent 3 games. Once it falls off for one game, you have to point at consistency because you have to be able to rely on it every single game. You cannot have an off night running the football if you cannot pass the football effectively. So we got another 12 personnel set, 2 tight ends. Mallory's backside. You got your 2 receivers here, Redding and Ladson. Arroyo here in is like a fullback. This is nothing. This is basically like a lead block bubble, where you have your 2 receivers crash down to seal it, and you're having one-on-one with your tight end with the outside corner. You're getting the ball to your back. You have to make this block. You have to find a way to get over there, Arroyo, to make this block, because then it's one-on-one with the safety. That's what this is designed for. Rooster, he has this cut lane, and he can either cut it back here or make a move and keep going outside, but you have to make this block. This is getting a player in space. This is what the offense says it's going to do. You have to make this block. You just have to. All right, Kane Finley. So we actually get this from Lashley. This is something that, we struggled in the red zone mightily last week versus Texas A&M. So, credit Coach Gaddis for looking at this and saying, hey, this TVD threw a lot of red zone touchdowns on the smash concept, and a very specific one that Lashley would run, where he used to run it either with trips or with just 2x2 sets, whatever. You would have this whip, which is going to help because you have this corner route who's going to this designed to go to this back end pylon, right? So this is Melo's route, right? This is landmark. He's going straight to there. So you want that corner. So if he stays underneath, this is a touchdown. You throw it. He drops and sinks underneath. He drops and sinks into that throwing window for that corner route. Then you have that whip. So instead of it just being like a double in, like some smash concepts have it, like even Rhett Lashley had that in 2020. He implemented more of the whip in 2021. So now he's dropping under the corner. So then just go back outside with the whip. So you have that option. So that's something that, credit to Gaddis. He saw that it worked really well with Lashley. TVD didn't force it. It would have been an interception if he did. So he rightfully so went to the right read to the whip route. This is something that we saw with Lashley. So it's nice to see that he's able to do it. You see Keyshawn Smith's he's going to run it right now. And then you have Harley running the smash concept. Keyshawn goes inside, then back out. He's running that whip. So it's just nice to see, something from Lashley's offense. And this is just, poor defense. They're spreading us out. This is the first time we're playing a true spread. Bethune was Bethune. Southern Miss, barely had a quarterback, even though they passed it up and down on us. That's why I was worried about this game. Texas A&M's offense is worse than ours. Schematically, so wasn't really worried about them, but they put it to the test. They spread us out. They had number 2 run a slant here, and then just a quick hitch here to number 3. We're having Corey Flagg split the difference, so there's going to be a little bit of space for this hitch just based off an alignment that we overshoot because we get a move here. We're going to shoot down, get a little quick move back inside, so we overshoot, miss our leverage. Love Jared Harrison Hunt, bro. He's always running down somebody from D tackle. Love the effort. This time he gets chopped here, but now we're getting blocked by Kitchens is getting blocked. We're falling from outside here, so we're not able to come and help make a tackle. Can't keep our feet. Maybe a possible block in the back. Then this guy comes and chips on James. Love the effort here by Reek. Literally booking it way downfield to come make this tackle. Gotta control, you gotta applaud that effort. But when it comes down to it, this is just an explosive play. Why aren't we catching hitches and taking them 70 yards down the field? Why is this happening to us? So this is definitely very concerning. You have to make plays. This is just a simple hitch route that somebody decided that, they were going to be great and took 60, 70 yards down the field. I'm waiting on somebody to decide that they're great in Miami's receiving core. 11 set here from MTSU. They spread us out again, but they have the tight end here who they're going to leave one-on-one with Jafari Harvey. He's going to blow this up by driving this dude back into the play and then disengaging him to make that tackle. That's just a good play here by Harvey on the goal line. Obviously, defense gave up so much yards and points, so we're going to get there. But you got to point out good plays when you see him. He played hard all game. You saw effort from 12 all night. Now MTSU, again, spreading us out all day, keeping us wide. And now we bring pressure. We're going to bring a double linebacker blitz. They're going to send this running back out in motion. Who's going to get Cam out the box. So this is literally what they envisioned. They got 5 people outside. They took 5 of our guys outside. Literally was money for them. They're going to pool right tackle, right guard all night. We're blitzing off the edge. All they have to do is touch. We blitz Corey up the middle. Now there's just nothing but traffic. He can't spin away in time to get this quarterback down. This just opened up. This is just a huge hole. This is just, they spread you out. This is why you spread people out. Then they flare the running back out. It's going to take Cam out of there. This is literally, then we just caught us in a perfect call in a blitz. So there's nobody even standing here, reading the quarterback. They're all in their own rushing lanes. and next thing you know, we barely miss. It's a touchdown. This is honestly a great offensive call by MTSU, and just out scheming us on defense. They caught us being aggressive. Caught us being aggressive on a blitz. They spread us out. They got exactly what they wanted, and they executed it. And that's just a tough ass pill to swallow, dog. This is just, you have to win matchups, and this time it's a running back on a free edge blitzer. So you're gonna send Michael Redding here in an orbit motion, get that corner out of there. He's gonna be underneath. But this is all about trying to get Romello on this corner route. They're going to clear up the middle seam from Latson, takes the safety. But you have to do a better job in pass pro than this, fam. You just have to. This is TVD throwing it to it. This is open. He sees it going. Corner routes are some of TVD's favorite routes. So I love Gaddis incorporating it, trying to get it going. But you have to do a better job in pass protection. I mean, I don't know much people who like to throw like this. It's just hard to be accurate. You have to give a little bit better pass block than that, man. So this is the offense though. You have Latson take the guys up deep. You have Redding hold the guys short, so you can have the wide open throw that you want. However, you have to be able to anticipate the pressures and pick them up accordingly. This was a great job by the O-line. They did their job. You have to finish this in pass pro. Again, they're stacking the box, so we go back to something that TV has done exceptionally well last year with Lashley, and it's the RPO slant. I mean, if it's not broken, don't break it. Some people say if it's not broken, don't fix it. But you faking this run, and you're just looking at the defenders underneath get out the throwing lane. So of course you're gonna pull that and hit it. If you need a quick reminder of how well it worked for TVD last year, it definitely works better with Rambo. But this is the same formation. You got the wing back, you got your running back here. You're gonna pull it, throw the slant. This is something that TVD was very, very, very successful with. So why not go back to it? I applaud it. This is something that you're trying to do to help them. But there just needs to be more, even for whoever. I don't want to have create a quarterback controversy. I mean, there probably already is. But whoever it is moving forward, you have to figure out a way to help them. So we're talking about running backs missing blocks in pass pro. We have one who picks this up this time, and TVD's not expecting it. You have a free rusher right up the middle here. They're blitzing. They're coming with 6, so one's coming free, and he comes right up the middle between Jakai and our left guard. Nothing they can really do. They bring him more than you can block. Everybody's hat on the hat. This is for the running back. This is what he's back there for. He does a good job here. TVD throws it off his back foot, maybe anticipating not so good pass protection from his running back room, which he's been getting most of the game. Sails it high. You have to be able to hit that throw. Have to be able to. This is the run game. This is just the life of the run game. When you have 8 in the box, you have 3 literally in coverage. You have a safety here and 2 corners here, and man, just count them out. Again, it's 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. It's just more than you can really block. So you have the O-line zone blocking right. They're all going right. You bring Arroyo around to the trap block on the DN, but you still have the corner coming. You have the linebacker coming, and the middle linebacker with a free reign. It's just, more than you could block. The corner's coming off the edge. Both linebackers are coming. And then this middle just, there's a free pathway to our running back. You have to be able to, when you see this formation, and then you see what the defense is doing, how they just completely disrespect you, you have to be able to, where's the hot read? Where's the, let me just snap this ball and just throw it right here to Romello Brinson. Like, why can't we just do that right quick? Let's not run it into 8 people in the box. Let's play the numbers game, which is definitely more Lashley, because he was spreading you out. It's all about playing the numbers game in the box. This offense is definitely about mano-y-mano. We could have 8 in the box. You could have 8 in the box. We're going to, still score. Unfortunately, it hasn't been going that way. Definitely don't think, it's the worst offense in the world. We just have to execute. But at some point, you have to be realistic and being like, hey, it hasn't worked so far running 8 in the box. Let's check hot. Like, there's not much hot reads. Everything is so so slow developed with no hot read in it. So there's a lot of times where TVD is waiting to get rid of the ball and there's no one to throw it to. We talked about a couple now already. We'll talk about some with Jake's later. Gotta have some hot reads, man. So we're back to 11. Goal line. This is 3rd and 3. We go to move the pocket. I mean, we're in 12 personnel. My bad. We have 2 tight ends, 2 receivers out here. We're going to roll the pocket and just literally have a freebie, a touchdown to Michael Redding here on this little delayed out. He's going to step up, allow this slant to, rub basically, slant to develop so this number 1 can't get over. You have to make this throw. This is a touchdown from Michael Redding Jr. You have to put this on him, and he has to just get into the end zone. There's really no excuse about it. You're going to see some from Jake that you're going to run something similar. These guys aren't comfortable. We're not making throws. It's just you have to do better. This time they say, hey, we'll go ahead and orbit motion, but be more creative. We'll go trips. They're playing man across the board. They're not scared of us throwing the ball. It's 4th down. They're going to stay aggressive. 3 straight up just, dummy route slants here trying to get Parrish on the edge. They don't adjust. TVD gets it out quick to him. He's able to get to the touchdown. I love that creativity. Love that type of play. Hopefully we continue to do so, especially if teams are going to play man coverage like that on us without expecting us to be able to throw the ball. So you see basically nobody's even expecting this ball. They're just, rubbing. Not even looking. They're turning around to look to make sure they dog scored. Love the play design to at least get to the edge. But, just a lot of this offense, is about missing throws right now. It's hard to blame an OC when you drop a touchdown and, they get, overthrown. I mean, you can't really kill them for that. Want to help your struggling quarterback on 3rd and 8s when he delivers you catchable balls. You have to catch them. So, again, another 11 personnel. You got Skinner here in the slot. 2 receivers up front to the field side. 1 receiver backside. He's kind of split and a little bit tight. He's not too far off from the numbers because he wants to create a little space. He's going to do this inside stem. This is Michael Redding Jr. A motion over Skinner. He's going to run around a little quick out, which is made to keep these 2 defenders, the outside linebacker and the flats cornerback, from sinking underneath to this corner route. So this is good design. This is good execution by TVD getting the ball there. He's going to give him a very catchable pass. Yes, is it low and he has to stop running? Yeah, but it's still very catchable. You don't want to throw it too over here and just give this cornerback a chance to jump up and make a play. You just have to catch this ball. This is 3rd and 8. You have to move the chains. This is good play design. This is, hey, we're going to keep this outside linebacker and this cornerback out of there. TVD just don't cross it to him. He does that. Have to catch this ball. That's how you help your quarterback out. Hopefully later you'll see on a big hit that, DP, Darryl Porter Jr., the transfer from West Virginia, he hurt his shoulder on a big hit. He looked smooth in coverage. He didn't have any breakdowns that led to, big plays. They're going to try to get this little orbit motion and try to get everybody going this way just to do this throwback screen. However, they don't account for, Darryl Porter just standing there and watching what's going on. So good, strong tackle here. I expect to see maybe a little bit more 5 moving forward because I do think he's a little bit stickier in coverage. We have to figure out something on this back end because at this point, I don't know why we let Clark go or let him transfer because we cannot be getting toasted like that. This is what I mean about longer developing routes. So they were bringing the house. They really didn't think we could throw the ball, and they were proven to be right. So they got 4 linemen coming in. They're going to bring their corner and the outside linebacker. We pull our right guard. So we basically just leave our right tackle and Mallory on this right side, verse 4. So how do you think that number situation works? And then that slows up our puller, so we don't get justice to the DN. The middle's blown up. Where does TVD go with the ball? It's running back's doing a check, but This receiver's not looking. He's doing a deep crosser. This receiver's not looking yet. He's doing a deep crosser. So, you know, there's nowhere for him to, there's no hot read. There's nowhere to get this ball out quick if there's pressure. This is all long developing down the field routes, and then even a delayed out from your back while you having all this trouble in the world, and you know you just have to escape. There's nowhere to throw the football. So fans, I understand, you know, you're coming at TBD. He has to play better. He really does. He has to step it up. But you know, some things are just, you know, like, you know, where does he go with this football? You know, this is a 3-man route with a late, I mean, I guess 4-man if you want to count the running back leaking late. Come on. Where is he supposed to go with this football? He's already having a spin move due to the pressure, getting outside. No one's even looked at him yet.